Hello, Cloud Dwellers. As part of our ongoing Marketing Cloud CERT review, we're back today to explore another question that has to do with data automation. This time, we're defining ways that wait states can be used to better pace a journey in Journey Builder. Let's check it out. This week's question is asking, what's the best reason to use a wait by duration tool in Journey Builder? And in order to understand the question and the possible answers, we probably need to understand a little something about how wait states are being used in Journey Builder. Now, when we talk about journeys and Journey Builder, we need to think about the pace of how communications are happening as part of our process. So, for example, if I send a message to somebody, how long should I wait before I determine whether that person has interacted with my email message or not? Right? And I can't send a message out and then 5 minutes later say, hey, you didn't interact with my email message. That's just not practical. So I need to figure out how much time I should give somebody. Is it an hour? Is it 7 hours? Is it a day? Is it 2 days? Something like that. So in our case, with this journey, we're saying, I want to give you a day. I'm going to send you a message, and I'm going to wait a day for you to be able to open and interact with that message so that I can really start to figure out how I respond to you going forward. What kind of conversation do we have from this point forward based upon your behaviors and your actions? All right, so I have to give people time to come in here and do this. So when we talk about working in Journey Builder, we need to think about how the flow is going to happen. There are different types of wait states. We can wait for a certain thing to change in our data. We can wait for a certain period of time to pass. We can wait until somebody has responded in some way. We can wait until a certain date. We can wait until a certain event has happened or something that's happened in a mobile device app event or a push event. So there are different mechanisms where we can hold people within the journey. In our case, with a wait by duration state, we're basically saying, hey, wait for this period of time, and then after that, let's move forward. And it allows us to pace out the messaging that we're sending to people so that we can send a message, wait a few days, send a follow-up message, wait a few more days after that, etc. So all that understood, let's take a look at the possible answers. Now, A is saying to delay imports until approval. Now, in this case, importing is a data management process, and that is not done anywhere within Journey Builder. That is something that might be handled by Automation Studio. So in this case, it is not going to be our answer of choice. Let's look at answer B, which is to pause all sends globally. So this answer doesn't really make sense out of context, so let's give it a little context. So let's say I have a journey that's running. And let's say that something goes wrong within my organization. We can't fulfill orders. Maybe there's been a natural disaster or something has happened. And I don't want orders coming in right now. So one of the things I could do is I could come up here with my active journey and I could choose to pause this journey or pause all my journeys. But this is an emergency switch. I would only ever use this if there was an emergency and I needed to lock everybody down exactly where they were and have them not progress through the journey until I tell them to continue going forward. So in this case, we could do that, but it's a manual process and it has zero to do with coming in and putting in some sort of time delays. So that's not a good answer. So in this case, because we're not stopping our journey or pausing things because of an emergency, it's not going to work in the context of what we're looking at here. So we're going to say, nope, that's not happening. We're not worrying about pausing all sends globally. Answer C is saying to space communications over time for better pacing. Well, guess what? Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing here. So I think that might be the right answer. Let's take a look at D. And D is saying to improve data retention. Again, in a journey, we're having a conversation. It has nothing to do with data management. And so data retention would not play into the picture here at all. So not the answer that we would choose. So getting back to answer C, that's the one we would go with this time around. To explore other questions and answers surrounding Marketing Cloud certification and mastery, please subscribe to this channel and we'll drop a new question for you to check out every week. Also, this question was taken directly from our new and free certification quiz featuring 125 practice questions covering the Email Specialist certification exam. If this sounds like something that you could use, simply go to blueclouduniversity.com and click on the CERT Prep tab to get started. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you again next time.